Alright, so sa mapagpalang hapon po, no, sa inyong lahat, teachers. I hope naririnig po ako, no? And of course, this afternoon po ay pag-uusapan po natin yung ating session 7. This one is the area of information and communication technology, okay? I hope na dito na po yung ating mga TLE at saka yung ating mga activated majors. Okay, kapag nandito na po, no, magparamdam po sa ating comment section, pakilapag po kapag tayo po ay mga activated majors, pakilapag po blue heart sa ating comment section. And of course, kapag tayo po ay mga TLE majors, pakilapag naman po red heart sa ating comment section. Okay? Magandang hapon po kay Miss Eunice. Nandito na siya, no? Laging nakaabang. Okay? Pakilapag po, magparamdam sa ating comment section. And of course, here, no? Bago po tayo magsimula again, we still have open pa rin po yung ating regular membership na for only 200 pesos. Pwede po ninyo ma-avail yung ating 3 refresher sessions, 10 intensive discussions, 3-day no final coaching sessions, and of course, you will be availing the diagnostic exam, summative test, pre-board exam, mastery test, and even po unlimited drills din po sa ating community chat. Okay, magandang hapon po. Good afternoon, and of course, welcome po sa ating panibagong live discussion this afternoon. And of course, here, no, open na rin po yung ating final coaching and pre-board examination, no? And of course, you will be availing the downloadable files, no, tips and techniques on how to pass, and of course, how to become a high rater po sa ating papalapit na licensure examination for professional teachers. And of course, we also have here pabaon drills, okay, para po sa inyo. Previously, 200 pesos po yan, but then ngayon po ay 130 pesos na lamang po yan. Again, for only 130 pesos, pwede po ninyong ma-avail yan, okay? So again, pakilapag po kapag BTVTN, pakilapag blue heart sa ating comment section. Kapag PLE majors naman po, pakilapag red heart sa ating comment section. And of course here, no, bago po ang lahat, magsisimula po tayo no sa ating panalangin. I invite everyone to pray. Let's have our daily prayer here. Lord God, as I begin my review, calm my mind and strengthen my focus. Grant me wisdom to understand, patience to learn, and clarity to remember all that I've studied. Guide my thoughts, remove all fear, and fill my heart with confidence and peace. May my efforts bring honor to you and lead me closer to my goals. Amen. Okay, paki-share po ng ating live, no? Paki-share and of course, paki-tag din po ng ating mga kakilala, no? Yung ating mga classmates, yung ating mga kaibigan sa ating comment section. At least, no, matulungan po natin, mas especially po kapag sila po ay mga self-reviewees, okay? And of course, here, how to ace our majorship. Unang-una po, master the fundamentals, no? Number 2, improve your test-taking skills. And of course, the most important one here, above all, you have to pray. We have to ask for His guidance and provision throughout our review season. Okay? Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome po. And of course, kapag handang-handa na po tayo makipagbardagulan no, sa ating comment section, pakilapag po, ready na. Again, kapag handa na po tayo makipagbardagulan sa ating comment section, pakilapag po, ready na sa ating comment section. Okay, this is past discussion lamang po, no? And of course, kita-kits po sa Saturday, okay? Magkakaroon pa rin po tayo ng ating session 8. Okay? Magkakaroon po tayo ng discussion about our session 8 and of course, to be followed na po yung ating session 9 at saka yung ating session 10. Okay? Handa na po bang lahat? Ready na po ba? Ready na. See ya. Okay, ready na, ready na. What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section, okay? And of course, here, huwag na po natin patagalin, no? Let's begin our formal discussion this afternoon with item number 1, okay? Handa na ang lahat. Let's begin our discussion with item number 1, okay? Pakilapag po ng ating item number with your correct choice, okay? Your question here, what tool is used to test the continuity of a UTP cable? Is it a cryptic tool? Let it be punch down tool, let it be LUT tester, or let it be multimeter? What is your choice? Item number 1, pakilapag po sa ating comment section. So I hope malakas po yung boses ko, no? Okay, item number 1 here. What is your choice? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Kahit alanganin po yan, no? Wala pong problema, no? At least, we tried our best, no? Sa pagsasagot po ng ating mga katanungan dito, okay? Again, we are using this one, no? To test the continuity, no? Of a UTP cable, okay? Tanda lamang po natin, ha? Ano po ba yung ibig sabihin pag sinabi po natin UTP? It stands for Unshielded Twisted Pair, no? And of course, ito po ay klase po ng ating copper cable. Widely, ginagamit po natin ito about sa ating mga telephone wiring, no, and local area networks katulad po ng ating mga Ethernet cables. Okay, yan po yung ating UTP mismo. And of course, ano po ba yung klaseng device, no, or tool yung gagamitin po natin in order for us to test the continuity of UTP cables? Is it a crimping tool? Letter B, punch down tool. Letter C, LAN tester, or letter D, multimeter? I see letter C is tumpak ba yung letter C natin? Of course, kapag ito po yung mga tanungan, no, na ma-encounter po natin sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter C, no? Yan po yung ating LAN tester mismo. Tandaan lamang po natin, teachers, kapag sinabi po natin LAN tester, tandaan lamang po natin, ito din po yung tinatawag natin na network cable testers. And of course, ito ay specialized electronic device, no, designed to verify the electrical connections in a UTP cable. And of course, yung primary function po nito is para makapag-perform, no, ng continuity test, ensuring a complete conductive path exists between both ends of the cable and the wires are mapped to the correct pins. Okay, yan po yung ating LAN tester mismo. What about our crimping tool? No, yung dapat lamang po natin tandaan kapag pinag-uusapan po natin yung ating crimping tool, ito naman po ay ginagamit natin, no, to physically attach RJ45 connectors to the ends of a UTP cable by compressing the metal pins into the wires. Okay, yan po yung ating crimping tool mismo, no, for attaching lamang po yan. Kapag punch down tool, tandaan lamang po natin, ito naman po ay ginagamit natin, no, to terminate individual wires into path panels, okay, or keystone jacks by pushing them into insulation displacement connectors. Okay, yan po yung ating punch down tool, no? What about our multimeter? Tandaan lamang po natin, ito po ay general purpose tool, no? And of course, hindi po ito yung standard or most efficient choice for testing multi-wire UTP network cables. Kaya X po yung ating multimeter. But then we're talking about here a type of device or tool, no, that we are using to test the continuity of UTP cable. That is what we call the LAN tester. Kaya letter C po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 2. What is the standard color sequence for a T568B straight through cable, no? Starting from pin 1. Is it a white, green, green, white, orange, blue? Letter B, white, orange, orange, white, green, blue. Letter C, white, blue, blue, white, green, green. Letter D, orange, white, orange, green, white, green. Okay? So what is your choice here? Item number 2. Pakalapag po sa ating comment section. Again, we're talking about here the T568B, you know? So what is the standard colors here? Is it A, B, C, or letter D? I see letter B. Tumpak mo yung ating letter B. What about the others? What is your choice? Humabol po, no, sa ating comment section, okay? Ano po ba yung ating T568B? Okay, ito lamang po yung ating most common wiring standard, no, para po sa ating mga Ethernet cables, no, in commercial and residential networks. Okay, yan po yung ating T568B, no? And of course, ano po ba yung standard colors nito? Tanda lamang po natin, no, kapag sinabi po natin T568B, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B, no? That is white, orange, orange, white, green, blue. Okay? Paano po natin yan nasabi? Tanda lamang po natin ito, no? Kapag T568B, tanda lamang po natin, no, we have 8 pins here, no? The first color would be the white, orange, okay? Followed by orange, followed by white, green, followed by blue, followed by white, blue, followed by green, followed by white, brown, and of course, lastly here would be the brown itself. Okay? So, nakuha po, that is our T568B. No? What about our T568A? Tanda lamang po natin, it starts with white, green, followed by white, orange, followed by blue, followed by white, blue, followed by orange, followed by white, brown, and of course, the last one would be the brown itself. Okay? So, nakuha po natin, that is item number 2. We go to item number 3. Which of these is a storage device that has no moving parts? Is it A, HDD, letter B, SSD, letter C, CD-ROM, or letter D, floppy disk? What is your choice? Item number 3. Again, we're talking about here a storage device, no, that has no moving parts, okay? No moving parts. Ano po yan? Is it a HDD, letter B, SSD, letter C, CD-ROM, or letter D, floppy disk? What is your choice? Item number 3. Paklapag po sa ating comment section. I see letter B is. Tumpak ba yung ating letter B? What about the others? Huwag po mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. Okay, letter B. Tumpak ba yung ating letter B? Okay, I see letter B is, tumpak ba yung letter B? And of course, kapag ganito po yung mga tanungan no, sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B po mismo, no? Yan po yung ating SSD na tinatawag. Ano po ba yung ibig sabihin, no? Kapag sinabi po natin SSD, sige nga po, sino po yung makakapaglapag sa ating comment section? SSD stands for what? Sige nga po, pakilapag. Ano po ba yung SSD? Yan po ay, sige. Sino po yung makakapaglapag sa ating comment section? Sige, ano po yung SSD? This is Okay, very good po, Miss Eunice. This is the solid state drive. Okay, yan po yung ating SSD mismo, no? Tumpak po yan, Miss Eunice, no? And of course, tanda-alaman po natin, yung tumpak na choice natin dito, of course, would be letter B, no? Yan po yung ating SSD. Ano po ba yung ibig sabihin, no? Kapag sinabi po natin SSD, tanda-alaman po natin, ito po yung ating storage device, no? That uses integrated circuit assemblies, specifically flash memory, no? To store data persistently. Okay, yan po yung ating SSD mo, mismo, no? And of course, ano po ba yung pinagkaiba no, ng ating SSD sa ating HDD? No? Kapag sinabi po natin HDD, ito lamang po yung ating hard disk drive. Okay? Tanda lamang po natin, kapag SSD po yung ginagamit natin, no, this one is faster. No? Yung HDD po natin is slower. No? And of course, yung ating SSD dito, tanda lamang po natin, ito po ay shorter lifespan. Okay? Yung ating HDD naman, that is longer lifespan. No? And of course, yung ating SSD dito is more, ano pa ito, no? More expensive, no? What about our HDD? This one is cheaper, okay? Kapag SSD, of course, this is non-mechanical, no? Kapag HDD naman, this one is mechanical, di ba? It has moving parts, no? And of course, this one is shock resistant po yung ating SSD. What about our HDD? This one is fragile, okay? And of course, yung ating SSD, no? This one is good for storing operating systems, gaming apps, and even frequently used files. Okay, yan po yung ating SSD. What about our HDD? This one is best for storing extra data, no? Katulad po ng ating mga movies, photos, and documents. Okay, yan po yung ating HDD mismo. Okay, so nakuha po natin yung difference ng dalawa na yan. Again, SDD and HDD, no? And of course, kapag sinabi po natin na klase po ng storage device, no, that has no moving parts, so yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be our letter B, no? Yan po yung ating SST. We go to item number 4, which metric measures the percentage of calls resolved without the customer needing to call back. Is it A, CSAT, letter B, FCR, letter C, QA score, or letter B, occupancy rate? What is your choice? Item number 4, paklabag po sa ating comment section. Again, we are talking about here the metric measures, no? Or the metric system that we are using to measure the percentage, okay? Percentage of calls resolved without the customer needing to call back. Okay, so ano po yan? Is it a CSAT, letter B FCR, letter C QA score, or letter D occupancy rate? I see letter A's, I see letter B's, FCR. Okay, pag-aralan po natin ng mabuti yung ating CCS ha, o yung ating contact center servicing. Kasi nga po lumalabas din po yan sa ating licensure examination for professional teachers. Okay, I see letter B's, I see letter A, no? And of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan sa actual board examination, yung tupak na choice natin dito would be this is letter B, no? Yan po yung ating FCR na tinatawag. Tandaan lamang po natin, ano po ba yung ibig sabihin, no? Kapag sinabi po nating FCR, ito po yung tinatawag natin na first call resolution, okay? And of course, ito po yung key performance indicator natin, no? That measures the percentage of customer calls or contacts resolved during the initial interaction, okay? Yan po yung ating FCR mismo. Kapag CSAT po, nadalaman po natin, ito po yung tinatawag natin na customer satisfaction score, di ba? Of course, ito po yung klase po ng metric measurement, no, that measures how satisfied the customer is with it in interaction, product, or service based on survey responses. Okay, yan po yung ating CSAT, based po sa kanilang satisfaction mismo po ng ating mga customers. Kapag QA score, tanda lamang po natin, ito po ay quality assurance. No? Okay, I guess po yung ating letter C. Kapag letter D naman, occupancy rate, of course, it measures the amount of time an agent spends handling customer interruptions, no, versus their total login time. Okay, yan po yung ating occupancy rate. But then we're talking about here, no, the metric system, no, that measures the percentage of calls resolved without the customer needing to call back. That's what we call the FCR o yung tinatawag natin na first call resolution. Kaya letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 5. What is dead air in a call center context? Is a disconnected line. Letter B, a customer who has stopped breathing. Letter C, a long period of silence during a call. Or letter D, background noise in the office. What is your choice? Item number 5. Okay, ano po ba yung ibig sabihin no, kapag sinabi po nating dead air, okay, in our CCS? Okay, is that a disconnected line? Letter B, a customer who has stopped breathing. Letter C, a long period of silence during a call. Or letter D, background noise in the office. Okay? And of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan no, sa actual board examination, yung unang-una po nating lilikwakin would be our letter B, no? Ginawa naman pong literal, kaya X po yung ating letter B. And of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no, yung topak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter C, no, a long period of silence during call. Okay, tandaan mo po natin, no, in call center context, no, kapag sinabi po natin dead air, it refers to an uncomfortable or unproductive period of silence, no, during conversation where neither the agent nor the customer is speaking. Okay, and of course, the silence can be caused by various factors, diba? Included po dyan yung, mas especially kapag yung agent natin nagsisearch po ng mga information, no? Slow software system lags or even a lack of training. Okay, yan po yung ating dead air na tinatawag, no? A long period of silence during a call. Kaya letter C po yung ating tukpak na choice. We go to item number 6. What is the first thing an agent should do when receiving a call? Is that A, ask for the credit card number? Letter B, state a professional greeting and identify themselves. Letter C, put the customer on hold. Or letter D, ask the customer to speak faster. What is your choice? Item number 6, pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Again, we're talking about here the first thing, no? First thing an agent should do when receiving a call, okay? So, ano po yung gagawin mo? Is that A, ask for the credit card? Letter B, state a professional greeting. Letter C, put the customer on hold. Or letter D, ask the customer to speak faster. What is your choice? Item number 6. Okay, I see letter B is, tumpak mo yung ating letter B. What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. I see letter B is, tumpak mo yung letter B natin. Of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no? Sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B po mismo, no? You have to state a professional greeting and identify themselves. Okay, tandaan mo po natin that according to best practices, no, for professional call handling, yung initial greeting po natin dito should include a welcoming phrase, the company name, and the agent's name. And of course, this confirms the caller has reached the correct place, sets a positive tone, and of course, it builds trust. Okay? Yan po yung dapat natin gagawin ha. You have to state a professional greeting and identify themselves. Okay? Kaya letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. Okay? We have here the sample no on how to greet our customer. Okay? So we have here, you begin with saying hello, no? And of course, you mentioned the name of the customer, okay? And of course, this is followed by your name with your company name, no? And of course, followed by this call may be recorded for training, no? Or quality assurance purposes, okay? Thank you for being a valued customer. How can I help you? Okay, yan po yung mga kadalasan na ginagamit po natin, no? Most especially po if we are greeting our customer. Okay, so nakuha po natin, item number 6, letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 7. In 3D animation, what is the skeleton of a character called? Is it A, mesh, letter B, rig, letter C, texture, or letter D, sprite? What is your choice? Item number 7. Again, we're talking about here in our 3D, no, or three-dimensional animation. Ano po ba yung tawag natin na sa skeleton po ng ating mga characters? Okay, so ano po yung tawag dyan? Is that a mesh? Letter B, rig, letter C, texture, or letter D, sprite? What is your choice? Item number 7. Okay, I see letter C is texture. I see letter B as well. Okay, I hope nandito na po yung ating mga TLE major in ICT, no? Kasi nga po, makaka-relate po sila. Okay? I see letter C's, I see letter B's. And of course, kapag ito po yung matanungan, no, sa actual board examination, yung tupak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B, no? Yan po yung ating rig na tinatawag. Okay, tanda lamang po natin, in our 3D animation, no, kapag sinabi po nating rig, ito po yung skeleton mismo po ng ating mga character, no? Kumbaga, again, pag sinabi nating rig, ito po ay digital framework of interconnected bones and joints placed inside a 3D model. Okay, yan po yung ating rig na tinatawag. What about our mesh here? Tanda lamang po natin, no? Kapag sinabi po nating mesh, ito naman po yung actual, no, 3D geometry or skin of the character. Okay, yan po yung ating mesh mismo. Kapag texture naman po yung tinatanong, no, ito po ay 2D image, di ba, wrapped around a 3D mesh to give it color, detail, and surface properties like wood, metal, or skin. Okay, yan po yung ating texture na tinatawag. But then we're talking about here the, what do you call the skeleton, no? The skeleton of the character in our 3D animation. That is what we call the rig, no? Kaya letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 8. What is the standard frame rate for traditional cinematic animation? Is it A, 12 FPS, letter B 24 FPS, letter C 60 FPS, or letter D 120 FPS? What is your choice? Item number 8. Again, we're talking about here the standard frame rate, ha? For traditional cinematic animation, okay? Traditional cinematic animation, okay? So, ilan po yan? Is it a 12 FPS, letter B 24 FPS, letter C 60 FPS, or letter D 120 FPS? What is your choice? Item number 8. Paklapag po sa ating comment section. I see letter B is 214. Tumpak ba yung ating letter B? What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. Okay, so letter B is 214. Okay, ano po ba yung ibig sabihin no, kapag sinabi po nating FPS? O, sige, ano po yung FPS? Sige, FPS stands for what? Sige, sino po yung makakapaglapag niyan? What is FPS? Ito po ay? O, sige, yung mga magagaling sa animation, lumabas po kayo dyan, no? Ano po yung FPS? O, sige. This is what we call, okay, sino po yung makapaglapag, no? Item number 8, what is FPS? Sige, wag pong mahiyang maglapag. That is very good, Miss Queenie, no? This is the frames per second. Okay? Tanda lamang po natin again, ha? Kapag FPS po, no, in the context of animation, this is what we call the frames per second. Okay? Yan po yung ating FPS mismo. And of course, yung standard frame rate po, no, para po sa ating traditional cinematic animation, that is a letter B, no? That is 24 frames per second. Okay? What about our 12? Kita lang po natin, no? Kapag 12 FPS po, of course, kadalasan ito po ay para po sa ating mga drawing rate, no? For hand-drawn or stop motion, no? Kaya X po yung ating letter A. Kapag 60 FPS, no? Or 120 FPS, kadalasan naman po, ito naman po ay bagay po sa ating mga high motion, di ba? Mga video games or to produce smooth slow motion, hindi po siya akma, no? Para po sa ating mga traditional cinematic look. Kaya X po yung ating letter C at saka letter D. But then we're talking about here the standard frame rate, no? Para po sa ating mga traditional cinematic animation, that is 24 FPS. We go to item number 9. Which file format is most commonly associated with transparent background images? Is it a JPEG, letter B PNG, letter C BMP, or letter D MP4? What is your choice? Item number 9, pakilapag po. Again, we're talking about here a file format, no? Commonly associated with transparent background. Okay, so ano pong file format yan? Is it A, JPEG, letter B PNG, letter C BMP, or letter D MP4? What is your choice? I see letter B. Tumpak ba yung letter B natin kapag transparent background? Of course, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is Letter B, no? Yan po yung ating PNG na tinatawag. Tanda lamang po natin ha, kapag tinanong po sa actual board examination kung ano po yung PNG, ito po yung tinatawag natin na Portable Network Graphics, no? Widely ginagamit po natin, no, or widely used raster image format designed for lossless compression, di ba? Maintaining high image quality without losing data, okay? And of course, kaya-kaya po niyang suportahan yung transparency, no? Making it ideal for logos, di ba? Sa ating mga web graphics, and even for icons. Okay, yan po yung ating PNG or yung ating portable network graphic. What about our JPEG? Tanda lamang po natin, of course, ito po ay it does not support transparency, no? And of course, if we attempt, no, to save an image with a transparent background as a JPEG, the transparent areas will automatically be filled with a solid color, usually white, no? Kaya X po yung ating JPEG. What about our MP4? Tanda lamang po natin, ito po ay video, no? Video container format. Hindi po siya, no, for static image format. Kaya X po yung ating MP4. What about our BMP? Tanda lamang po natin, no, that while some specific versions of bitmap files can technically support alpha channels, the format is primarily uncompressed, no? It leads to very large file sizes. And of course, rarely ginagamit po natin ito for transparency in modern digital designs or web applications. Kaya X din po yung ating BMP. But then we're talking about here a file format, no, associated with transparent background. That is what we call the PNG or yung ating portable network graphics. Kaya letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 10. What does HTML stand for? Is it a high-tech machine language? Letter B, hypertext markup language. Letter C, hyperlink in text management. Or letter D, home tool markup language. What is your choice? Item number 10. Pakilapag po. Again, we're talking about here the HTML, no? Ano po ba yung ibig sabihin nito, no? Kapag na-encounter po natin sa ating actual board examination. I see letter B. Tumpak po ba yung ating letter B? What about the others? Pakilabag po ng ating mga choice sa ating comment section. Item number 10, I see letter B. Tumpak po yung letter B natin, of course. Kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no? Yung tumpak na choice natin dito, of course, would be, this is letter B, no? Yan po yung ating hypertext markup language. Okay, tanda lamang po natin, ha? Kapag sinabi po natin HTML, yung ating hypertext markup language, of course, ito po yung ating standard markup language na ginagamit po natin, no, to create and structure content on the World Wide Web. Okay? And of course, gumagamit po tayo ng mga, or kumbaga, gumagamit po ito ng mga system of tags and elements, no, to instruct a web browser on how to display text, images, links, and other multimedia, diba? Essentially providing the skeleton for a web page. Okay? Yan po yung ating hypertext markup language or yung ating HTML mismo. No? Kaya letter B po, yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 11. A syntax error is caused by, is it a incorrect grammar or rules in the code? Letter B, a virus in the computer. Letter C, a hardware failure. Or letter D, incorrect mathematical logic. What is your choice? Item number 11. Again, we're talking about here a syntax error, no? So ano po yung tawag dito? Is it a incorrect grammar or rules in the code? Letter B, a virus in the computer. Letter C, a hardware failure. Or letter D, incorrect mathematical logic. What is your choice? I see letter A. Tumpak mo yung letter A natin. What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. I see letter A. And of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no, sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter A, no, that is incorrect grammar or rules in the code. Okay, tandaan lamang po natin, ha, kapag sinabi po natin syntax error, tandaan lamang po natin, no, this occurs when the source code violates the predetermined or the predefined rules and structure of a specific programming language. Okay, just like our human languages, no, may mga mayroon po tayong mga grammar rules. Of course, yung ating programming languages dito have strict guidelines for spelling, punctuation, and formatting. And of course, kapag yung mga rules nito are broken, no, katulad po ng nalimutan po natin ang paglagay po ng ating mga semicolon or na-misspell po natin yung ating mga command, no, or leaving a bracket open, the compiler or interpreter cannot translate the code into machine executable instructions. And of course, yung program natin ni dito, no, will fail to run. Okay? Yan po yung tinatawag natin na syntax error. Okay? So, dapat po kapag nag-encode po tayo, dapat kompletong-kompleto, walang labis, walang kulang yan. Okay? Kaya that is item number 11, letter A po. po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 12. What is the first step in the 5S methodology? Is it a sort? Let me set in order. Let us say shine or let me sustain. What is your choice? Item number 12. Again, we are talking about here the first step no in our 5S methodology. Okay, ito din po yung tinatawag natin na Japanese 5S. Okay, so ano po yan? Is that a sort? Let it be set in order. Let us say shine or let it be sustain. What is your choice? Item number 12. Okay, tandaan po natin ito ng mabuti ha kasi nga po no, halos lumalabas din po ito sa ating actual board examination. Okay? Item number 12. I see letter A here, sort. Tumpak ba yung letter A natin? Of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan no, sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter A mismo. No? Yan po yung ating sort mismo. O yung ating Japanese word for sort is, yan po ay seri. Okay? Tandaan lamang po natin, kapag sinabi po nating sort, ito po yung ating first step, no? Involves going through all items in a workspace to identify what is necessary and removing everything else. Okay, yan po yung ating sort na tinatawag, no? And of course, dito po ay nagde-declutter tayo. Like for example, sa ating mga workstations, no? Yung mga bagay-bagay po na magagamit pa natin, i-retain, no? Gagamitin pa po, no? I-recycle po natin. But those items na hindi na po natin magagamit, i-dispose po natin, no? Yan po yung tinatawag natin na sorting or yung seri mismo. What about our set in order? Yung letter B po natin, ito po ay second step, di ba? It involves organizing the items. Again, nagkakaroon po ng organization, no? For easy access. Okay, yan po yung ating set in order. Kapag shine po, tandaan naman po natin, ito naman po ay tinatawag natin na seso, di ba? It means we have to clean our workplace. Okay, yan po yung ating shine. Kapag sustain naman po, of course, ito naman po yung ating final step, di ba? Yung ating fifth stage, no? It aims to develop the discipline and habits, no? Necessary to maintain the standards established in the previous 4 steps. Okay, yan po yung ating sustain na tinatawag. And of course, ginagawa na po nating habit, yung 4 na S po natin. Okay, we have again, kapag 5S methodology or yung ating Japanese 5S, that is the sort, yan po ay set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Okay, tandaan lamang po natin ito, teachers. We go to item number 13. What should you use to clean a motherboard? Is it a soap and water? Let it be compressed air. Let it be oil-based cleaner or let it be a damp towel. What is your choice? Item number 13. Again, we're talking about here, ano po dapat yung gagamitin natin, no? Most especially if we want to clean our motherboard. Is it a soap and water? Let it be compressed air. Let it be oil-based cleaner or let it be a damp towel. What is your choice? Item number 13. I see let it be. Tumpak ba yung let it be natin? Of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no? Sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B. No? Yan po yung ating compressed air mismo. Tanda lamang po natin, ha? Kapag sinabi po natin compressed air, of course, ito po yung safest, di ba, in most effective method, no, for removing dust and debris from delicate electrical components like a motherboard. Okay, yan po yung ating compressed air mismo, no? Hindi naman po pwede kasi na magkakaroon po tayo ng direct contact po sa ating mga delicate parts po ng ating motherboard, no? Kaya dapat po, kung pwede pa lang maiwasan po, we have to use our compressed air, okay, to clean our motherboard. What about our soap and water? Tanda lamang po natin, no? Even our damp towel dito, tanda lamang po natin, ito po ay nag-introduce ng moisture, no? Which can cause corrosion or short circuits if not dried properly. Kaya X po yung ating letter A at saka letter D. Kapag oil-based cleaner, tanda lamang po natin, ito naman po ay inappropriate, no, for electronics as it can leave residues or damaged components. Kaya X din po yung ating letter C. We go to item number 14. Which utility is used to stop a non-responsive application in Windows? Again, used to stop a non-responsive application in Windows. Is that a control panel? Let it be task manager. Let it be file explorer. Or let it be disk management. What is your choice? Item number 14. Paglapag po. Again, we're talking about here the utility, no? Again, the utility used to stop a non-responsive application in Windows. Is it a control panel? Let it be task manager. Let's see file explorer or let it be disk management. I see letter B. Tumpak ba yung letter B natin? What about the others? Huwag pong mangyang maglapag sa ating comment section. Item number 14. Okay, kapag ganito po yung mga tanungan, no, I see a lot of BS. What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maghabol, no, sa ating comment section. I see a lot of BS. Tumpak po yung larbi natin, of course, kapag ganito po yung mga tanungan, no, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B, no, yan po yung ating task manager. Okay, tanda lamang po natin, pag sinabi po natin task manager, ito po yung ating built-in Windows utility, no, ito po ay dinisenyo po mismo to provide information about the processes and applications running on a computer. And of course, ina-allow po niya yung ating mga users, no, para ma-monitor po yung ating mga system performance, and of course crucially to force close or kill applications that have become non-responsive or frozen. Okay, yan po yung purpose mismo ng ating task manager na tinatawag. What about our control panel, no, yung dapat lamang po nating tandaan kapag pinag-uusapan po natin yung ating control panel dito, ito naman po yung ating centralized interface, no, na ginagamit po natin to manage system settings, user accounts, and of course, hardware configurations. Okay, yan po yung ating control panel. Kapag File Explorer naman po, yung dapat naman po nating tandaan dito, ito naman po ay file management application, no? Na ginagamit po natin for navigating, organizing, and accessing files in folders on storage drives. Okay, yan po yung ating File Explorer. Kapag Disk Management po, tanda lamang po natin, used specifically for advanced storage operations, no? Katulad po ng initializing new drives, creating partitions, and of course, changing drive letters. Okay, yan po yung ating disk management. But then we're talking about here a type of utility, no, that is used to stop a non-responsive application. That is what we call the task manager. Kaya letter B po, yung ating tupak na choice. We go to item number 15. What is the best way to prevent data loss? Is it a installing a faster CPU, let it regular backups, let us say using a screen protector, or let it turning off the computer every night? What is your choice? Item number 15. Again, we're talking about here the best way, no, in order for us to prevent our data, no, or others pronounce this as data, okay, data or data loss. Okay, so ano po ito? Is it a installing a faster CPU? Let it be regular backups, let us say using a screen protector, or let it turning off the computer every night. I see letter B is. Tupak ba yung letter B natin? What about the others? Huwag po mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. I see letter B is, and of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no, na na-encounter po natin sa actual board examination, yung tupak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B, no, that is regular backups. Okay, tanda lamang po natin, kapag sinabi po natin regular backups, no, ito po ay single, no, most effective way to prevent permanent data loss. And of course, ini-ensure po natin, no, that if original files are lost to hardware failure, malware, or accidental deletion, a secondary copy remains available for restoration. Okay? So it means we are just ensuring na meron po tayong mga backups, no, or hindi po mawawala yung ating data, no, na secure po natin yung copy niya, na most especially po kapag nawala po yung kanyang original copy. Okay, that is what we call regular backups. Kaya larbi po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 16. What is the primary function of an uninterruptible power supply, or UPS? Is it A, to make the computer faster? Letter B, to provide backup power during a power outage? Letter C, to act as a wireless router? Or letter D, to protect against viruses? What is your choice? Item number 16. Again, we're talking about here our UPS, no, or yung ating eruptible power supply, okay, or UPS. Ano po iba yung purpose niyan? Is that A, to make the power faster, or computer faster? Letter B, to provide backup power during a power outage. Letter C, to act as a wireless router, or letter D, to protect against viruses? Item number 16 ay si letter B. Tumpak ba yung letter B natin? Of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, no, sa actual board examination, kapag nakita po natin yung ating UPS, of course, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is a letter B, no, to provide backup power during a power outage. Okay, tanda lamang po natin, no, kapag sinabi po natin UPS, of course, it serves, no, as a battery backup system that provides near instantaneous emergency power when the main input power source fails. Okay, yan po yung ating UPS na tinatawag. Okay, for backup power po yan. Okay, kaya letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 17. O, ito po, binary po tayo, no? What is the binary representation of the decimal number 5? Again, we're talking about here from binary or from decimal to binary. Again, from decimal, we are going to convert that one into binary. So what is your value here? Is it A, 100? Let it be 111. Let it see 110, or let it be 101. What is your choice item number 17, okay? Ilan po ba yung value nito no sa binary kapag decimal, okay? Kapag 5 po, what is that in binary, okay? Letter D, I see letter D. Tumpak ba yung letter D natin? What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. Okay, good afternoon po. Na-late ako. Wala pong problema yan, Miss Maricel, no? Replayable po ito, no? Kapag nag-member po kayo sa ating private group, pwede po nating balikan yung ating discussion. Okay, letter D is, I see letter D is, and of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan, yung tupak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter D mismo, no? That is 101. Sir Jeff, paano po ba natin yan na-solve? Easy lamang po, no? Kapag decimal to binary, tanda lamang po natin, no? We just have to divide. Again, kapag kino-convert po natin from decimal to binary, all we have to do here, the basic operation po na gagamitin po natin would be the basic division lamang. Okay? Divide lamang po natin yan. Let's start with number 5. Okay? 5, didivide lamang po natin ang ating 2. Again, kapag binary po, 2 po yan ha, base 2 po. No? So 5 divided by 2, that is equals to, how many 2's do we have here in 5? That is 2. Okay? Kapag may remainder po, all we have to do here is to put 1. Okay? Kapag may remainder, you put 1. No? And of course, yung pinaka-rule po natin dito, do not stop dividing unless you reach 0. Okay? Yan po yung dapat natin gagawin ha. And of course, let's continue. No? Yung 2 po natin, didividean po natin again ng 2. That gives us 1. Okay? May remainder po ba? Of course, wala. No? Walang labis, walang kulang. So you put 0. Okay? And of course, again, rule po natin, do not stop dividing unless you reach 0. We still have 1 here. Didividean pa rin po natin yan. 1 divided by 2, that gives us 0. Di po ba? May remainder? Of course, meron po kasi that is 0 point something something, no? So there is remainder, okay? Or remainder rather. Kaya po, we have to put 1 here, okay? Paano po ba natin nakuha yung ating 101? We just have to read it from below paitaas, okay? We just have to read it upward. Kaya that gives us 1, 0, 1. Kaya letter D po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 18. What does two-factor authentication or 2FA provide? Is it a faster login speeds? Let it be an extra layer of security beyond just a password. Let it be a backup of the user's files, or let it be access to 2 different computers. What is your choice? Item number 18. Again, item number 18, we're talking about here the two-factor authentication, okay? So ano po ba yung purpose dito? Is it a faster login speeds? Let it be an extra layer of security beyond just a password. Let us see a backup of the user's files, or let it be access to 2 different computers. What is your choice? Item number 18. I see letter B. Tumpak ba yung letter B natin? What about the others? Huwag pong mahiyang maglapag sa ating comment section. I see letter B is, kapag ganito po yung mga tanungan, no, sa actual board examination, yung tupak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter B po mismo, no, an extra layer of security beyond just a password. Okay, tanda lamang po natin ha, kapag sinabi po nating two-factor authentication, of course, ito po yung ating security process, no, that requires users, no, to provide 2 different forms of identification to verify their identity before gaining access to an account or system. Okay? And of course, no, most of us here naka-encounter na po ng ating two-factor authentication. Like for example, if you want to log in po, no, using different computer, if you want to log in po sa inyong, let's say, sa inyong Gmail, no, or even po sa inyong Facebook account, no, usually po, mayroon po tayong mga two-factor authentication, no, hindi ka po makapag-login unless po verify mo po sa iyong cellphone, no, or magsisend po ng code sa iyong cellphone number to verify na ikaw po talaga yung naglalagin. Okay? Yan po yung ating two-factor authentication na tinatawag. Kaya letter B po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 19. Which of these is a soft skill? Is it a active listening? Letter B, typing 60 words per minute. Letter C, navigating a CRM database. Or letter D, resetting a password. What is your choice? Item number 19. Again, we're talking about here a soft skill, no? So, base po sa ating options, ano po yung makakonsider natin dito as soft skill? Is that A, active listening? Letter B, typing 60 words per minute? Letter C, navigating a CRM database? Or letter D, resetting a password? What is your choice? Item number 19 ay si letter A. Tumpak ba yung letter A natin? Tumpak ba yung letter A? And of course, kapag ganito po yung matanungan no, sa actual board examination, yung tumpak na choice natin dito would be, this is letter A, no? That is active listening, okay? Ano po ba yung pinagkaiba, no? Kapag sinabi po nating hard skills sa ating soft skills, no? Tandaan po natin, kapag sinabi po nating hard skills, ito po ay teachable, di ba? Measurable in job-specific abilities acquired through formal education, training, or experience, okay? Yung natutunan po natin mismo, no? Yan po yung ating hard skills. Kapag soft skills po, ito po ay non-technical, di ba? Interpersonal and behavioral traits that dictate how you work and interact with others. Okay, yan po yung ating soft skill na tinatawag. And of course, base po sa ating options, no, lahat po ng ating yung ating letter B natin dito, letter C at saka letter D, ito po ay mga technical skills, no, o yung ating hard skills mismo. And of course, yung naiiba lamang po dito would be our letter A, no, kasi po ito po ay halimbawa po ng ating soft skill. Kaya letter A po yung ating tumpak na choice. We go to item number 20. Which of the following is a Boolean value? Is it A, 15.5? Letter B, hello. Letter C, true. Or letter D, 1, 2, 3. What is your choice? Item number 20. Okay, pumili po ng ating choice sa ating question dito. Item number 20. What is your choice? Paklipag po. 20 ay si letter C. Tumpak ba yung ating letter C? What about the others? Huwag pong maglapag sa ating comment section. Okay? Kaya pa ba? I hope kaya pa po, no? Abangan niyo po yung ating final coaching, no, sa Kaiser Melvin this coming Sunday. Okay? This Sunday na po yung ating final coaching, that is March 1, no? And of course, yung final coaching po natin dito, no, it would be on March 7 to 8. Okay? March 7 to 8 po yan. And of course, abangan po ninyong mga ICT majors. Meron po tayong lecturer, no, for ICT majors. Okay? So item number 20, what is your choice? IC letter C, and of course that is correct, no? That is true. Okay? Tanda lamang po natin, kapag sinabi po natin Boolean, no? Ito po yung ating data type, no? That can only have one of two possible values. It's either true or false. Okay? Yan po yung ating Boolean. And of course, yung mga values na ito, no? Nagre-represent po yan ng logical truth and are used in our programming for decision making and control flow. Okay? Yan po yung ating Boolean na tinatawag. Okay? True or false lamang po yan. Kaya letter C po yung ating tumpak na choice. Okay? And that ends our discussion this evening po. No? Thank you so much for participating. Okay? And of course, I hope may natutunan po tayo. No? Wag pong maproblema yung mga nagpa-members po. Pwede po ninyo ma-avail yung ating PDF copies at the same time po yung ating replayable or yung ating recorded video. No? This will be uploaded po sa ating private group po mismo. Again, open na po yung ating final coaching ha, and even po yung ating pre-board examination. Kung gusto po ninyong magpa-member, pwede nyo po akong ma-message, no? Through my social media account, most especially po yung aking FB account. Just search Jeff Hermoso Pascual. Again, just search Jeff Hermoso Pascual for only 130 pesos. Meron na po tayong package doon, no, for final coaching, pre-board exam. Okay, pwede din po ninyo ma-receive yung ating soft copy, no? And of course, may pabaon drills din po tayo para sa inyo. Okay, thank you so much po, teachers, no? And may God bless all. And I pray na and I manifest, no, na lahat po na nanonood ngayon ay magiging licensed professional teachers very, very soon. No? And of course, bago po tayo mag-iwahiwalay, no, I would like to leave a saying here or a quote. Do it scared, do it broke, do it tired, do it alone, just do it. Okay? Just do your best and let God do the rest. Okay? Thank you so much po, teachers. May God bless us all. Enjoy the rest of the night and goodbye po.